What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the 2026 Cadillac Vistiq. This one is a premium luxury finished off in Argent Silver with an MSRP around $95,000. What do you think of this being a fully electric family 3-row? I gotta say, it kind of looks like a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. It's been a really cool vehicle to drive for the week. Got these sweet door handles as well. And then if we take a look at what is powering this, like I said, it's a full EV. Got our charge port over here that kind of opens upwards, kind of like a gullwing door, which is kind of neat. But underneath the hood, I think this one might be missing an engine cover or something, but fully electric car, so obviously you're gonna get all these electronic components. Now this thing pumps out 615 horsepower with 650 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is even 3.7 seconds. It has a max range around 305 miles and it can even tow around 5,000 pounds. So it's a pretty capable vehicle for being fully electric. Now, as far as the styling goes, like I said, this looks like a Cullinan to me. I think it just looks really stylish. You're gonna see just this bold front end, and all these stripes throughout that grille are actually gonna light up when you first turn on the vehicle or at night. So it looks really neat. Illuminated Cadillac badge as well. And then we have all the lighting over on this left side. So you have those running lights as well. Running lights down here with the LEDs integrated for the actual headlight. So it is super cool looking. You have the gloss black trim throughout it. I love the animation you get as well. So now you can see everything's kind of lighting up, but it looks super cool. You're gonna see functional grille openings, you got the camera and sensors. Just a really stylish car. It has that Cadillac DNA to it, but with that electric car touch. So no complaints there. Bold style throughout the hood with just some clean lines, and then that gloss black is gonna make its way into the fender arches, where you're also gonna see these 23-inch wheels. Got this polished aluminum style color, which looks really nice. Got your Cadillac badge, and then we have the black trim on the mirror cap with the integrated turn signal as well as camera. You can see some silver trim up above with more gloss black. There's a panoramic sunroof up there as well, silver roof rails, and then the side profile is probably my favorite. It just looks like a laid-back luxury SUV, a lot like a Cullinan, so it just looks really, really cool. Got some clean lines throughout the side, and then the rear window has a pretty unique design throughout it. It's not just a sticker, so it's actually kind of in the glass. You have the integrated spoiler up top, and then I love more of the lighting throughout this car. It has a really cool look. You have more of the silver trim throughout the rear bumper with gloss black, all your sensors, cameras, your badging, and then that Cadillac badge right in the center, which will also illuminate. Now for that badge, you can press it, and that is actually the lift gate. So that's gonna open up and give you access into the cargo space. So for the cargo space, with the configuration like this, behind the third row, we have around 15 cubic feet of cargo volume. You're gonna get a hidden storage area as well with more space down below. And then we have controls over here to configure these seats. One touch of a button, they are gonna fold down. So it makes it really easy just to mess with the third row. And then like this, we have around 43 cubic feet of cargo volume. So nice size trunk for a pretty full-size SUV. And then for the second row, they are manual. So you really can only just manually pop them down like that. And then with everything down, it'll be around 80 cubic feet of cargo space. So no complaints with the space in the car, definitely pretty roomy. Got our button right there. We can go ahead and close it up. And then moving on to the interior, I love those door handles, they look really cool. But you're gonna see the phantom blue leather. So we can manually pull this seat back up. And then to get it out of the way for the third row, we have a button over here and just kind of assist it and get it out of the way. I also like how we have buttons right here to get the third row back up. So one touch, they're gonna be back to where they go. One drawback with the second row being manual, if these are not in the perfect spot, these are gonna hit and not be able to fold down. I've had that a couple times, even with the front passenger seat too far back and this seat too far back. I kind of had to move all three of them just to get these down. So you kind of gotta make sure you have them in the right spot. You're gonna get plugs back here, air vents. You can see that cool design. There's speakers, and then even an extra moonroof in the back. For the headliner, it's all finished in Alcantara, which is really nice. And then pulling this back, I actually have decent legroom and overall space sitting in the back of this car. Obviously, it's not the biggest 3-row out there. The seat is on the floor, so my knees are kind of up in my chest. But I mean, fundamentally, you have the amenities, the storage, and it's overall good enough for 2 people in a pinch. You're gonna have a button right here. You can easily get that out of the way. And then climbing back out of the car, we can just manually get the seat back to where it was. Now there is a bar up front to slide this forwards and back. And then for the interior, you can see that really nice blue leather all around. Door panels have this fabric, the wood, the silver, the black, One interesting, I guess, complaint with the car is just there are so many different materials for this exact spec. Other specs will be a little bit more uniform. I feel like there's just a lot going on with all the different colors and materials. Now, sitting back here, I have a ton of footroom, good leg room. You have storage. This is at my height as well, 5'11". This screen will turn on, and there's gonna be all your climate controls for second as well as third row, heated seats as well. You have air vents down below, air vents in the pillar. There's plugs down here as well, and then there's even cup holders and storage that are gonna pop outwards. Now you can fit, obviously, the rear-facing seat in here pretty good. You have adjustable armrests as well. And then I guess the one drawback, given this isn't the biggest SUV in the world, however, given it is actually pretty big, this seat is a little far forward to safely fit in front of here to where I'm a little cramped if I sit there. So that's one drawback with the car, and I feel like a lot of cars, even with lower profile rear-facing, how do you actually sit there without being squished? But nonetheless, we've enjoyed this a lot for the week as a family car. My wife's just been enjoying the luxury in the back row anyways. Onto the front, pulling that door handle once again. So you're gonna have all the same materials, however, we have all of your power controls on the door. Heated and ventilated seats, memory seating, all those controls. You can turn this and bump it for massaging and other functions. You're gonna see a 23 speaker, 8kg audio system, got the Cadillac logo, and then all that blue leather throughout the seats. I love the perforations, the stitching, there's speakers in the headrests. I mean, this is a really nicely spec'd car. While it's a little out there with all the different materials. I mean, you got satin gray, you got shiny gray, you got polished, you got blue, you got black, you got fabric, you got shiny black over here. So again, there's a lot going on, but this is like a really cool high spec car. From here, just put your foot on the brake and everything is gonna turn on. Climate control screen that you see here is basically what you're gonna see back there. So as you can see now, we got that turned on. No push button start, you just tap your foot on the brake, which I really like with the General Motors electric cars. So you're gonna see the Cadillac badge with the leather. We have our Super Cruise, all the cruise control settings, the V icon, and these are kind of like haptic buttons, but they're actually really easy to use. There's a little texture to them. We have volume, some screen controls, things like that. This button right here will help you do some regenerative braking. And then we have our drive select on the right side, turn signal on the left with windshield wipers. And then for the actual screen setup, very simple. You can also change the layout too. I can hit energy, you can see that. We can get a full map. We have assistance, and then going back into gauges, we can go into different designs as well. So it's pretty neat. We have night vision as well. When you tap that one, it'll load the screen, and obviously when it's dark out, you're gonna get that really nice night vision design. So kind of a cool layout with everything. I also really like how the 33-inch screen is integrated with the curved design. I think they did this better than BMW, which I guess Cadillac and BMW are kind of the two companies with the biggest screens. This just looks perfect, and I don't find it weird or anything like that. But you got all your basic information throughout the center, which you would expect. Liftgate, you have interior lighting, the suspension as well. One of your air vents over here, and there's even some of this black leather and design all throughout the heads-up display. Got more of the blue leather. You can see the Alcantara for that whole headliner. And then we have passenger air vents over here, a massive center one for the driver. And then taking a look at the screen, pretty simple from all modern Cadillacs. You have all these different shortcuts. Under vehicle status, you can see a couple different things popping up. And then we have the drive mode you can configure. It'll of course change as well once you go into everything. But you can configure all these different functions, which is nice to see. There's one pedal driving as well. This icon, you'll get to a configurable menu, of course audio, some charging information. And then right in the center, which is kind of funny, this is how you open the glove box. One drawback, if you enter the car from the passenger side, you can't open the glove box. So you gotta come around, press your foot on the brake to kind of start it up, and then press that. Kind of a little gimmicky thing, no need to make a simple thing complicated, but I guess that is the modern luxury. You're gonna see this nice little shelf too with the design, which actually I find pretty helpful just to kind of tap the screen. So overall, it looks cool. Just a couple things that are a little too fancy for my taste. We have your simple buttons over here to control some things, and then all sorts of different views that you can monitor throughout this car. Under that, for the climate control, I like how this has been super easy to adjust your temperature, your fan speed. You can sync everything. I can go under the second row, the third row as well. We have defrosters, and then from here you can even go into more menus for the different zones for everybody. And then we even have the heater, the ventilator, massaging function as well, the positions. So I love all the function, and a lot of that you can do on the screen back here as well. So second row passengers have quite a few cool configurations. You're also going to see storage down below with plugs, wireless phone charging, and then we have our cup holders right in the center. Now this little panel, we have our volume roller, which is a really good touch, and then we have a rotary dial with shortcuts. So it makes it very easy to go into a lot of things. You don't always have to do the touchscreen. From here, you're gonna have this fabric trim, and then this storage pocket I've really liked. I can put my phone and the key here, which I've found to be very useful. Got more of the blue leather, and then opening that up, we have a ton of space. Well, let's look at the interior. Again, really nicely spec'd. Not everyone's probably favorite design for this specific one. However, higher trims and other things might have a bit more uniformity with the colors, like solid leather and everything. So again, there's plenty of trim levels to really pick the one that works for you. You're gonna get your dome light controls, controls for the glass, and then we have that rear view mirror with the integrated camera and garage door buttons underneath. So setting off in the Cadillac Vistiq in Sport Mode and V, this thing packs a punch. For being a 3-row SUV, honestly, this is one quick vehicle. We just tone it down. I like how you can just kind of go back and forth between the V mode or not. But in the Tour mode, obviously the softer suspension and everything, this is a really good family SUV. It drives like a Cadillac as expected. Suspension is super comfortable. You have a really good view around too. You're nice and high up. It's a nice place to be. You feel like you're in a high-end luxury car. Over your right shoulder, visibility is pretty good. Same with the left. The rear, like, D-pillar way back there, maybe is a little bulky, but honestly, it's pretty easy to see around. I love the camera. These side mirrors are a little small for being such a big SUV, but you kind of get used to it, and I really haven't had complaints. It's been nice. Seats are really comfortable up front. Armrests are in a great position too. I mean, it's just a great spot to be. I love how they've integrated all the climate together, so I can easily configure everybody's climate so everybody's been always comfortable, and the screen in the back makes it really easy for second row passengers to further make adjustments for everybody in the back. So I feel like they've just added some nice luxuries to make this easy to use and look really nice at the same time. This drives really smooth too. Just going around some sweeping turns. I mean, it is just a really nice driving car. Even being an electric car, I mean, the steering has enough feedback to make you feel like you're in something that, you know, you're kind of commanding the drive. So it's really nice just to be in it. In sport mode, stiffens up a little bit, but still, it's a big SUV, so it's not gonna be that crazy sporty. But I mean, you can still kind of drive this and get on it and have fun with it. So it's a cool family SUV that is fun to drive, but it can also just be luxurious and comfortable to drive too. Of course, with the massaging seats, you can just be in the utmost luxury up front. I don't have any like major complaints with the way it drives. It is a very quick accelerating vehicle, so the whole family can get moving really quickly, which I really like. It is super quiet. You don't hear wind noise or road noise, even with the 23-inch wheels with pretty low profile tires for an SUV. I mean, I've just had no complaints. It's just a really good to drive car. So just a smooth Cadillac, and the thing I like with electric luxury cars, it actually makes a lot of sense just because the acceleration is so seamless. There's no extra noises or vibrations to where it aids in this being a luxury car where everything just feels really, really good. Hitting some quicker bumps too. That suspension, I mean, it just absorbs bumps so well. This thing feels so solid. It feels like an absolute tank. I can't imagine how the Escalade IQ feels if this feels like a big luxury SUV. That thing's even bigger. But this just tackles bumps, tackles the road. Like, seriously, this is a nice car. And everything you touch and feel feels like a high-end material. I mean, you definitely feel like you're in something very special. I keep saying it looks like a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The way this interior is laid out, I mean, if you took the badges off and you didn't quite know every brand out there, you could totally mistake this for like a Rolls-Royce or something. It just has that type of road presence, and it is really cool. Turning circle is pretty good as well for being a full-size SUV. I mean, it is super sharp to drive, and then all the cameras and everything. This is a little small given you have a 33-inch screen and that this is like 4 inches, so maybe could have had a bit more camera space, but nonetheless, it's HD. Honestly, just if you're looking for something luxurious, this is a really cool way to go.